Hey you guys, so I did tell you that, hey, stay tuned. I was going to tell you why when we come back from trips, events, a vacation, when we come back from something like that, why are we on this high for just a little while? I'll give it about an average of like 3 days to a week, and all of a sudden we just fucking fall off and self-sabotage. Why does that happen? All right, I told you to stay tuned, and this is the follow-up video for that. So, reason why that happens, I'll try to make this simple. You come back from vacation, a trip, whatever it is, something like that, and you are on this high, okay? You are flying high, you feel like you're on clouds, and you feel really fucking good from after coming back from that trip. But here's what's happening in the back of your mind. You're feeling so good that in the back of your mind, you're thinking, you're in this positive polarity of, okay, oh my God, I feel so good. So much so to the point where I'm like, I just want to keep this good feeling like all the time. I really want to there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just telling you, this is how your mind works, and this is why you go into self-sabotage and you aren't able to keep your stability. You're like, oh, okay, in the back of your mind of wishing that, hey, I just want to feel this way forever. I don't want anything to take this good feeling away. Behind that, there's actually a fear. So while you are feeling very positive, you in the back of your mind are going into this point of fear, which is, I don't want anyone or anything to take this away from me. And the more that you dwell on the positive of, I just want to stay like this, the bigger the fear becomes of, I don't want anyone to take this away from me. And because we live in a system of survival, and we have so many consequences on an individual level, as well as on a systems level that affects you either way. That way, something is going to happen to where, you're going to get triggered or react to something that's going on in your environment, in your personal life, or within the system, because you didn't consider all the context of everything going on in your mind, and all of your patterns, and all of your habits, and all of your triggers, because you weren't considering all of that in this, quest for trying to stay in this positive energy that you are feeling from coming back from this trip. You didn't consider all the context of what's going on in your mind. What happens is, when you get triggered into whatever it happens in your environment, you go into a reaction inevitably. But what makes it worse is that the fact that you were saying you were in this fear point of, please, I don't want anyone to take this away from me, or anything to take this away from me, when it is quote unquote taken away from you, because when you now go into this reaction or a trigger, the disappointment that you feel from losing the positive feeling is amplified. It's actually much worse. The disappointment is much deeper because of how much you were banking on keeping a positive feeling. So the more you were trying to hold on to the positive feeling, the bigger the disappointment. And it's so much so to where you just lose your shit, and you're like, man, you just basically fuck off. And usually you don't continue whatever habit or stability that you were trying to maintain after coming back. So yeah, this is the reason why you lose your shit and you fucking fall off after trying to maintain whatever you were trying to maintain coming back from a function or an event or a trip. And so this was happening to me. I know this was happening to me for years, and I couldn't understand why. And I would say the last few events that I've gone on, which has been really cool, I've been able to see the pattern and actually take responsibility for the pattern, where I have been able to maintain more of my stability coming back from events, where I can sort of continue the quote unquote successful patterns that I'm trying to maintain. And that has been really cool to see, because before I didn't know why it was happening, and I was always self-sabotaging after coming back from somewhere. So you want to learn more, about topics like this, or how the mind works in this regard, send me a DM, drop a comment.